Hi everyone, welcome to week 3. For week 3 we're going to be focusing on consumer behavior and utilization maximization theory. You'll notice that it's very important to focus on how consumers make decisions in markets. And we're going to look at a couple different terms, and the best thing to do with this week is make sure to relate it to yourself. It'll make it much easier to understand the implications of how consumers operate in terms of how they maximize their behavior. And you usually do it with consumption. That's how I usually see it. For this week, let me show you the activities that you have. You're going to have discussion. In the discussion board, you need to make sure to focus on having an APA formatted in-text citation and reference, 3 to 4 paragraphs in your initial post, 2 peer responses of at least 1 paragraph, and your initial post should be by Thursday. If you need me to pre-grade your your discussion board post, let me know, as I'm more than willing to do that. But you need to focus on your content development, analysis, and relating of the topic. That'll make it much easier. Then you have homework number 3, and then you have the course paper that you should be continuously working on throughout the course. If you need any assistance, please let me know, as I'm more than willing to assist with that course paper, as I can provide additional resources, and I can at least be able to pre-grade any of your work. Now, let's go over Chapter 6 this week. We look at consumer choice. It's probably a very interesting concept, because when you look at consumer choice, you're trying to look at where consumers will want to maximize their behavior. And consumers have many options when they maximize their behavior. And the first thing we want to look at with maximization, you want to focus on how to calculate total utility, how to look at maximizing utility, and how to explain diminishing marginal utility. If you look at, let me get a table here. If you look at this table, you're going to be looking at t-shirts, utility, and where should we stop consuming. So I just want to focus on this right here, these 3 columns. If you look at how many t-shirts you consume, if you consume 1 t-shirt, you get a total of 22 utils of satisfaction. From that 1 t-shirt, you get 22 utils. If you consume 2 t-shirts, you get a total of 43 utils of satisfaction. From the second shirt, you get only 21. Now, let's assume that I don't give you this marginal utility column. So you would go, okay, 0 to 22 is 22, 22 to 43, that's 21. It's the difference between each additional unit. That's how you find the marginal utility. Let's say I gave you the total utility, which is 22, and I gave you only marginal utility. So what you would do is 22 plus 21 gives me 43, 43 plus 20. So there's different ways to look at this and how you really equate to what we're looking at. You want to consume at the highest marginal utility. That's the key. You want to stop consuming where it's the highest marginal utility. When you're at the highest marginal utility, ever after that point, you're going to see your utility is going to decline. And that's very important to evaluate. That's where diminishing marginal utility will set in. Let me look at another application here. Now, you might get another example of where should we stop consuming giving two goods, t-shirts and movies. If you look at this example, you're going to be focused on where do we use our budget, given our satisfaction and our money, where should we stop consuming? So that's another thing to look at when we look at consumption patterns. And you'll notice with these consumption patterns, it's very important to focus on. You're trying to utilize the money that you have and maximize your satisfaction. So those are some of the concepts that you're going to be looking at. If you have any questions or any additional resources, please let me know. But I look forward to your effort this week.